Hello, welcome to the YouTube channel, Your Health Channel. Before watching, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel to support the creator. Enjoy the video. What if I told you that a common household item, the same white powder you might use to freshen your refrigerator or scrub your sink, could potentially revitalize blood flow to your penis? I'm completely serious. For numerous gentlemen past the age of 60, including many of my own patients, something as straightforward as baking soda has yielded remarkable improvements in their circulation, erectile function, and even their bedroom confidence. My name is Dr. Moit Kara. I've dedicated over 3 decades to treating older men for health concerns that are often too sensitive to discuss openly: poor circulation, weak erections, low vitality, and mental fatigue. As a professor of urology and a specialist in men's health, I firmly believe that the most effective remedies aren't always found in pharmaceutical bottles. Sometimes, they're already present in your kitchen. Now, here's a crucial insight most men overlook. Baking soda serves a purpose far beyond mere cleaning or alleviating heartburn. When utilized appropriately, it can bolster nitric oxide production, enhance blood oxygenation, help regulate your body's pH balance, and even optimize the effectiveness of your testosterone. All of these factors are absolutely critical for achieving robust, sustained erections after the age of 60. Therefore, in this presentation, I will guide you through 10 scientifically validated ways baking soda can empower older men to reclaim their vigor and perform with strength and assurance. Furthermore, I will soon share a specific morning regimen that one of my patients found incredibly beneficial. Before we delve deeper, if you're a man over 60 who values natural approaches to maintaining strength, energy, and self-assurance, please take a moment to subscribe and activate the notification bell. You won't want to miss future science-backed advice tailored specifically for you. If this subject resonates with you, kindly type the numeral 1 in the comments section. If not, enter the numeral 0. My aim is continuous improvement, and I strive to deliver content that genuinely assists you. Let us commence with the initial, surprising benefit of baking soda in supporting firmer erections for men over 60, which is intrinsically linked to your blood's pH. Many men are unaware that as the body becomes more acidic with age, it subtly constricts blood vessels, impeding the smooth flow essential for a firm erection. This is precisely where baking soda offers assistance. Benefit number 1. It helps balance your blood pH to enhance circulation. When I first encountered Harold, he was 69 years old, recently retired, and visibly disheartened. His frustration wasn't solely with his declining energy levels, but also with an issue he initially hesitated to voice. _0. He finally confessed after a significant pause. _1. His medical tests indicated generally normal results, and his heart was functioning well. However, upon closer examination, I observed a subtle but significant finding. His internal pH was excessively acidic. While most men are never informed of this, our body's pH tends to shift towards acidity as we age, and even a slight deviation can have profound consequences. This acidity creates a state of internal vascular tension, causing blood vessels to become narrower, less pliable, and consequently, less capable of facilitating the rapid, expansive blood flow necessary for healthy, spontaneous erections. Imagine attempting to water a garden through a kinked hose. That's the effect on blood flow. Baking soda, however, offers a quiet solution. As a natural alkalizing agent, it assists the body in gently restoring its internal pH equilibrium. When consumed correctly, typically dissolved in water on an empty stomach, it can promote better blood fluidity, encourage arterial relaxation, and foster a vascular environment where oxygen and nutrients can circulate freely once more. What was Harold's experience? I recommended a gentle morning ritual incorporating a modest amount of baking soda with lemon water. Just 3 weeks later, he entered my office with a noticeable smile and a lighter stride. "It's subtle," he remarked, "but I feel like my body has truly awakened. And my wife has definitely noticed." This initial adjustment, reestablishing your body's pH balance, might seem minor, but it lays the groundwork for all subsequent improvements. Blood that flows unimpeded delivers increased oxygen, vital nutrients, and enhanced vitality to the areas that matter most. Restoring this balance can trigger a cascade of positive effects that extend well beyond the bedroom. But what if I suggested that baking soda not only improves blood circulation, but also actively combats the insidious inflammation that has been undermining your performance for years? Let's examine the second benefit, which may prove even more significant than the first. Benefit number 2. It helps reduce inflammation within the blood vessels. A primary, yet often overlooked, impediment to male performance after 60 is not low testosterone, but rather chronic inflammation. It's a slow, silent, and persistent assailant, which I refer to as the quote_4. It operates without fanfare, but gradually erodes the health of your blood vessels, your energy reserves, your sensory perception, and your erectile capacity. I recall working with Samuel, a 71-year-old gentleman with a commanding presence, but eyes that betrayed a deeper struggle. Quote_5. He confided, quote_6. That vivid description stayed with me. When I explained how the mitochondria, the energy-producing powerhouses within his smooth muscle cells, were likely functioning inefficiently, the situation began to make sense to him. Mitochondria are, in essence, the energy factories of our cells, converting fuel into usable energy. However, with advancing age, particularly when exposed to chronic acidity or oxidative stress, these mitochondria become less effective. Consequently, erectile function suffers. The penis cannot retain sufficient blood because the surrounding smooth muscle lacks the necessary strength. This is where baking soda provides a discreet yet potent advantage by mitigating lactic acid buildup and promoting a more alkaline internal environment. Baking soda supports enhanced mitochondrial function, creating the internal equilibrium required for these cellular energy generators to operate optimally, especially within the smooth muscle tissue of the penis. Gerald adopted a regimen of consuming baking soda 3 times weekly, complemented by light morning stretches and deep breathing exercises. Within a month, he shared a sentiment I won't soon forget. It feels like the engine is finally starting to turn over again. Not perfect, but alive. That is the sensation of mitochondrial revitalization, quiet, consistent, and deeply invigorating. And here's a particularly fascinating aspect. Your mitochondria are not the sole components of your system affected by acidity. Your hormonal balance, especially testosterone, is also significantly influenced by your internal physiological environment. Therefore, let us next explore how baking soda not only boosts energy, but also enhances your body's responsiveness to testosterone. Benefit number 6. It improves the sensitivity of testosterone receptors. It's a common and frustrating complaint I hear from men regularly. Quote_8. They are not mistaken. Their hormone levels are often within the typical range. However, my subsequent explanation often surprises them. Testosterone is only one piece of the puzzle. The other, frequently overlooked component, is your body's capacity to effectively utilize the testosterone it possesses. This is determined by what is known as receptor sensitivity, essentially, how well your cells detect and respond to hormonal signals. I will never forget Martin, a 64-year-old retired police officer. He had a robust physique and a sharp mind, but his eyes conveyed a sense of defeat. They informed me my testosterone levels were good. Doctor, he explained. So why do I still feel so subdued? Further testing confirmed his testosterone levels were indeed adequate. However, I suspected a contributing factor. Prolonged inflammation and internal acidity can diminish the responsiveness of hormone receptors, rendering them sluggish or even resistant. It's akin to shouting through a wall. The message is transmitted, but it fails to penetrate effectively. This is where baking soda can offer an unexpected benefit. By gently reducing acidity and mitigating inflammation, it improves the internal milieu in which your hormones operate. It doesn't directly elevate testosterone levels. Rather, it clears away the interference. It helps your receptors function more efficiently, enabling the testosterone you already possess to connect, activate, and fulfill its intended role. Martin commenced a new routine, incorporating small quantities of baking soda dissolved in water several mornings each week, along with light resistance training. Approximately 6 weeks later, he returned with a smile. "My drive is returning," he reported. "Not just in the bedroom, but across the board. It's as if a switch has been flipped back on." "This thing," Jack exclaimed, referring to his persistent abdominal fat, "is ruining my life. I can't get rid of it, and I'm convinced it's destroying my libido." Jack had already attempted dietary changes, including calorie restriction and increased consumption of leafy greens, as well as daily walking, but the persistent cravings, low energy, and diminished sexual performance remained. Many men are unaware that abdominal fat is not merely a matter of storage, it's intrinsically hormonal. This stubborn belly fat produces aromatase, an enzyme responsible for converting testosterone into estrogen. Consequently, the greater the amount of belly fat you carry, the more testosterone you lose. When your hormonal balance is disrupted, everything from desire and circulation to overall performance begins to decline. This is where baking soda plays a surprisingly supportive role. By assisting in balancing your body's pH, it may contribute to more stable blood sugar levels throughout the day. This, in turn, can curb those intense sugar cravings that sabotage your progress. And when your blood sugar levels are not fluctuating wildly, your body can more effectively shift into fat-burning mode, particularly in the abdominal region. Jack incorporated a simple daily habit: baking soda and lemon water first thing in the morning, followed by a protein-rich meal and light physical activity. Within 4 weeks, his cravings significantly decreased, his belly began to shrink, and perhaps most importantly, his self-confidence started to rebound. "I no longer feel out of control," he shared. "And when I look in the mirror, I don't see a man who is giving up." Less sugar, reduced fat, improved hormonal balance, and a significantly better chance at the life you truly deserve. There remains a single element of this consideration that we have yet to explore, and it is precisely the aspect that the majority of gentlemen entirely disregard. What if the basis for your difficulties in the intimate arena stems not solely from physical issues, but from a neurological imbalance? Envision the possibility that your nervous system is transmitting inaccurate signals at inappropriate junctures. And remarkably, baking soda possesses the capacity to recalibrate it. Let us delve into this further. The ninth advantage it offers is its ability to soothe the nervous system. There exists a facet of male virility that seldom receives adequate attention, and it is neither blood flow nor testosterone levels. It is your nervous system. If your brain and nerves are not harmonized with the present moment, even the most robust physique can falter. I have witnessed this phenomenon time and again. Men who yearn for intimacy feel the desire, yet when the opportune moment arrives, their bodies fail to cooperate. More often than not, the underlying issue is not physical, but neurological. I recall Tom, a gentleman of 70 years, a retired member of the military, possessing a strong bearing and clear eyes, but his voice faltered when we approached the genuine reason for his visit. "I still cherish my wife," he confided, "but whenever we draw near, I experience a surge of panic. My body simply seizes up." I could discern that this was not a matter of hormones or cardiovascular health. This was indicative of a nervous system trapped in a perpetual state of heightened alert, locked in a fight-or-flight response. Here is a revelation that eludes many men. As we progress through life, the equilibrium between our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems can undergo a shift. Stress, past traumas, internal inflammation, and even insufficient sleep can perpetuate a state of bodily tension. When this occurs, your brain effectively redirects blood flow away from your penis. This is a survival mechanism that directly impedes intimate connection. While baking soda may appear to be an unconventional remedy, the scientific backing for its efficacy is steadily growing. By mitigating systemic acidity and inflammation, it facilitates the dominance of your parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for rest and relaxation. It cultivates the very tranquility your body requires to feel secure, receptive, and responsive. Certain studies even suggest that when supported by bicarbonate, the kidneys and spleen transmit fewer stress-related signals to the brain. Tom commenced incorporating baking soda into his regimen just a few times weekly, complementing it with the breathing exercises I demonstrated. Within a matter of weeks, the transformation was profound. "It feels as though my body has finally deemed itself safe enough to reconnect," he remarked. And for him, this singular change revolutionized everything, not merely on a physical level, but emotionally as well. When your body experiences calmness, it permits all other functions to engage. You establish deeper connections. You respond with greater spontaneity. You rediscover the natural rhythm upon which performance relies. But what if we could enhance all that we have discussed: blood flow, hormones, oxygen, energy, and calmness. Even further by combining baking soda with a single, simple natural ingredient. That is precisely what we will unveil in our concluding benefit. And believe me, you will not wish to overlook it. The 10th advantage is its powerful synergy with lemon or apple cider vinegar. Following our comprehensive exploration of blood flow, oxygen, nitric oxide, energy, hormonal sensitivity, and even the calming of the nervous system, there is one final insight I wish to impart. It is a modest, natural combination that I have observed yielding a remarkable impact in men over the age of 60, and it is something you likely already possess in your kitchen: lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. Now, individually, both lemon and apple cider vinegar are extraordinary. They are replete with antioxidants, aid in digestion, and contribute to blood sugar regulation. However, when combined with baking soda, a unique interaction occurs. They generate a natural effervescence within the body, promoting bile flow, reducing systemic acidity, and supporting both liver function and vascular tone. More significantly, they enhance the effectiveness of baking soda, assisting it in reaching the appropriate tissues without overwhelming the system. I will never forget Barry, a 74-year-old widower of 5 years. He was beginning to explore intimacy once more, but confessed to feeling utterly unyielding. We had addressed the usual considerations: exercise, diet, circulation, yet something remained wanting. Therefore, I suggested he initiate his mornings with a straightforward ritual: 1 glass of warm water, a squeeze of lemon, and a quarter teaspoon of baking soda, sipped slowly on an empty stomach. Approximately 1 month later, he returned with a radiant smile. "I did not anticipate much," he admitted, "but I awakened feeling more vital. My digestion is lighter, my thoughts are clearer, and I am responding again, if you comprehend my meaning." That combination, baking soda with lemon or apple cider vinegar, does not impose itself. It supports the entire system: your digestive tract, your blood vessels, your nerves, your hormones. It aids in restoring your body's equilibrium, enabling it to function as it was inherently designed. And that, in essence, is the objective. True, enduring change does not stem from a single pill or a miraculous cure. It arises from the restoration of balance, from equipping your body with the necessary tools to heal and respond naturally. Baking soda, particularly when partnered with the appropriate accompaniments, stands as one such tool. Now that you have been apprised of all 10 benefits, you may be contemplating the practical application of baking soda: how to use it safely, consistently, and in a manner that integrates seamlessly into your daily routine. That is precisely what I will guide you through in the concluding segment of this video. Let us summarize, and I will demonstrate precisely how to commence. In conclusion, if you have persisted this far, I wish to express my gratitude not merely for your attention, but for your profound commitment to your well-being, your future, and your masculinity, demonstrated by your sustained curiosity. For that is the true essence of this endeavor: curiosity, resilience, and the unwavering determination to reclaim dominion over your body, even beyond the age of 60. We have covered a substantial amount today: 10 distinct and potent ways in which something as unassuming and frequently overlooked as baking soda can contribute to more robust and healthier erections, free from medication, side effects, and the burden of shame. We began by examining how baking soda aids in regulating your blood pH, thereby cultivating an optimal environment for unimpeded circulation and enhanced vascular responsiveness. This is where the foundational groundwork is laid. Subsequently, we addressed the reduction of inflammation within your blood vessels, thereby eliminating one of the most insidious and detrimental impediments to male performance. Next, we unveiled its role in supporting your body's intrinsic production of nitric oxide, that critical chemical messenger that signals your blood vessels to dilate upon the commencement of arousal. However, even with ample nitric oxide flow, your body still requires oxygen. And we observed how baking soda improves the efficiency with which your red blood cells deliver oxygen to the tissues that need it most. From there, we delved deeper, reaching the cellular level. We discussed the smooth muscle cells residing within your penis and how baking soda empowers these cells to generate greater mitochondrial energy, enabling them to retain and sustain blood more effectively. We then explored how baking soda heightens the sensitivity of testosterone receptors, assisting your body in responding to the hormones it already possesses, rather than feeling as though it is running on depleted reserves. We extended our inquiry beyond hormones, examining how baking soda supports the detoxification processes managed by the liver and kidneys, organs that discreetly underpin every bodily system, including sexual function. We then touched upon an issue that many men silently grapple with: persistent abdominal fat, insatiable sugar cravings, and the hormonal disruption that accompanies them. A balanced pH assists in re-establishing control, curbing those cravings, and steering your metabolism in a more favorable direction. Subsequently, we investigated the nervous system, that deeply personal and emotional stratum of health that can obstruct performance even when all other aspects appear to be in order. By alleviating internal inflammation and reducing nerve tension, baking soda helps your body achieve a state of relaxation conducive to both physical and emotional connection. Finally, we consolidated our findings by introducing a simple, natural combination: baking soda with lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. This morning ritual has assisted countless men in reawakening their vitality, supporting their digestion, harmonizing their bodily chemistry, and fostering a sense of presence in both mind and body. Now, I wish to address you directly, not as a medical professional, but as a man who has dedicated decades to listening to other men during their most vulnerable moments. If you have been encountering difficulties, if you have experienced frustration, embarrassment, or even shame, I want you to understand that hope exists. You are not fundamentally flawed. Your body may simply require support, time, and a few minor adjustments to facilitate its return to a state of equilibrium. Baking soda will not provide an overnight resolution, but when utilized judiciously, it can serve as a starting point, a gentle nudge in the correct direction, a means of providing your body with the optimal environment it needs to heal and respond once more. Integrate it with quality sleep, deep breathing exercises, light physical activity, and a measure of faith in your body's inherent capacity for recovery. Because the undeniable truth is that even after 60 years, you remain capable of strength, of passion, of connection. You are deserving of these experiences, and it is never too late to embark on this journey. If you have found value in this information, I encourage you to consult with your physician, experiment with it cautiously, and observe your body's response. And as always, I will remain by your side, providing you with more authentic, candid guidance to help you live a stronger, longer, and more fulfilling life. If this video has offered you a new perspective, a glimmer of hope, or simply made you feel understood, then I invite you to perform a simple yet impactful action. Give it a like. Do this not only for my benefit, but so that more men precisely like you, can discover this vital information. The greater the engagement this video receives, the more it will be promoted to those who may be silently struggling at this very moment, seeking answers, but too apprehensive to ask. Please leave a comment below. Even a simple 1 if this resonated with you, or a 0 if it did not connect. I read every single comment. This endeavor transcends the mere dissemination of knowledge. It is about cultivating a space where men over 60 can openly express themselves, receive support, and be empowered to prioritize their health. If you know someone, a brother, a friend, a neighbor, who could benefit from this, please share it with them. You may very well be the catalyst for their initial step forward. And if you align with this type of content, natural, science-backed, and specifically curated for older men, please consider supporting this channel. Your generous contributions, whether a modest gift, becoming a dedicated channel subscriber, or simply sharing our content, are invaluable. Each act empowers us to sustain and expand this vital dialogue. You are significant. Your well-being is paramount. It is my privilege to serve as a guide on your path. Thank you for your engagement. Remain resilient, maintain your inquisitiveness, and I look forward to our next encounter.